Hello, my name is Emily Wright. I am the creator of It'll Be Alright, and I am excited to be here at the Gatherverse Climate Summit 2023. My presentation today is called Mind and Climate, a Feedback Crisis, and I'll be discussing the relationship between two key crises that we currently face. Humanity is faced with two key crises, one of which is the climate crisis, and the other is the mental health crisis. Both of these crises contribute to the symptoms of the other, and today I'll be discussing some of the key feelings that exacerbate this relationship. The focal challenge of the mental health crisis is depression, which is exacerbated by the existentiality of the climate crisis. One of the first feelings that arises upon becoming aware of the climate crisis is betrayal, where younger generations especially feel let down by the older generations for creating this crisis in the first place. Betrayal can manifest itself as anger, and we can rebel against the system that jeopardizes our survival. When we do not see positive change in light of our anger, it can fester into spite, which is a more insidious expression of betrayal. The leaders of our world are those endowed with the responsibility to take care of us. When they do not uphold this responsibility to make positive changes to secure our survival, it leaves us feeling vulnerable and hopeless, and we do not know what actions we can take to rectify the situation. Hopelessness compounds into despair, where we feel stuck and we lose sight of the potential for positive change. When we have disconnected from the potential of a positive future, we can protect ourselves by isolating ourselves from negative input. This includes isolating ourselves socially from people in our surroundings, but also isolating ourselves emotionally. When we isolate ourselves emotionally, we can suppress our feelings and bottle them up, and then continue about our daily lives by masking how we really feel. The problem with masking is that the emotions are still there and they continue to build until eventually they explode in unconscious catharsis. Unconscious catharsis is dangerous because we can harm ourselves and those around us in the process. Part of the reason why we isolate ourselves and suppress our feelings is because of our perspective of value. The society that we live in is reliant on a hierarchy with a select few people at the top and the vast majority of the people pushed down the bottom. In order to sustain this hierarchy, the majority of the population has to continually be oppressed. And one of the most efficient ways to oppress a people is to get them to oppress themselves. If you've never been taught that you have a voice worth listening to, why would you think to use it? We are trained to doubt ourselves and to dismiss our ideas. We are trained to suppress our potential and to limit our dreams. But when we do not value ourselves, we also do not value our actions and therefore the consequences of those actions. We do not see how the simple choices that we make every day could contribute to the planet as a whole, and therefore we continue to follow what is easy and what is convenient as we work to survive. And in doing so, we perpetuate practices which are damaging to the environment. It's important to remember that the devaluation of self has been trained into us in order to uphold an unstable hierarchy. We all matter and our choices matter. The collective is only a collective because it's the culmination of individuals. Therefore, every individual is crucial to the collective well-being. If we wish to heal the earth, we must first heal ourselves. By embracing our intrinsic value, we can learn to appreciate the value of our choices, making us more willing to make changes in our daily lives as individuals, which then culminates to a greater collective shift. Thank you so much for listening. Feel free to reach out to me on any of my social media platforms at It'll Be Alright. Thank you to Gatherverse for having me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference.